Oh, he won't. He made it all from his own code, so like it's impossible to for anyone to even like read it. Kind of. I don't know. Yeah. And then they said we could just make our own game. All right, let's try this again, boys. See if it's the same people, hopefully, so that they don't get screwed out of making it. Revs are up once again for this 250 heat number 2, attempt number 2. Might get a restart here. Probably going to get a restart, but if not, Dylan is leading the way over Cloud. And then we got, looks like Rux. Okay, nice cut there, Lipsec. We got Leonard and Ryland. Rux getting a little bit farther behind because of that. Mika. We're going to see what happens here. Through the whoop section, Dylan, more mistakes. Rux on the rear tire here. Leonard down the inside of Ryland, making the pass into P3. It's going to be Cloud leading the way. Oh, yeah, fair. And then Lipsec into the lead. It looks like not off a cut, so Cloud and Ryland battling hard for P2 with Rux, Leonard, and Dylan all right behind him. We'll see what Lipsec can do if he could pull away more. So there might be a restart for Baited and Colt. We'll wait and see if that happens here, but Lipsec leading the way early. Gets out of the rut a little bit. We'll see if he can get the step off, and there's the restart for them. There's restart because Baited got jump started because the game's dog shit, and Colt did not get on the gate in time because he probably like went to the bathroom or got a drink or something. If you guys don't know me, I fully talk shit on this game because of Paboso and how the game works. So I'm feel a little surprised by that. Yeah. Just like everyone else, this game's dog shit. Or just like everyone else thinks. Now, wait and see. And someone left. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Revs are up. Gate's about to drop. Wait and see. Long ass gate. Gate is finally down. Multiple people loop on there. Larry. And it looks like KFC Liposec. KFC gets the start. We'll see if he can hold on to it. Unlike the first attempt on this. Baited up here. We got Zor, Liposec. And then got Ryland. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But Ryland in there after many people go down. It's Zor and KFC are too heavy, title favorites. Wow, everyone's struggling through these whoop sections on the 250 here. Oh, and just chaos. Buzz goes down. Ollie Roy goes down. Burger goes down. Yeah, a lot of people just like to argue on which game is better. I don't know. I always see it in every chat, even the sim chats. I see a couple bikes players saying play bikes. This game's dog shit. Bikes better, but who knows? KFC, yeah. But it's Ryland leading out front early. Ahead of, that's KFC. And we got Dylan, Baited, Cloud, Liposec, Leonard, Colt struggling here with Zora right behind him, and Burger absolutely sending Zora over the berm here. It's coming into the whoop section. We got Ryland leading the way still over KFC. And we got Baited sitting in P3 here. So after there, it's going to be a good you know, if he could stay up, it's going to be a good finish after getting that restart for him. Lipsek, Dylan, Berger. Then we have Frederick, Buzz, Rux. Then we see Colt, Eggman, Denny. Is that Denny? Dennis. I mean, Aiden, Jay. And then we finally see Zor, who is leading almost dead last with Oleroyd, the only one behind him here. So he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to get back up here. It's unfortunate for him as he was leading the whole race. So we'll see if he could do it and make it back to P9 in time. But Ryland's still leading early, doing what Zor did. It's basically get a good start, and you're almost guaranteed to have a good finish as long as you stay up. And baited ahead of KFC now. KFC better result is what he's looking for here than he was in the first attempt of this. Going down the inside, does not make an aggressive pass. So he kind of got lucky with that DDoS attack and restart. Leonard almost taking out Buzz. But Frederick, Libasek, Cole, Leonard, and Rux are all going to... Never mind, it was Leonard that went down. Let's see, then there's Dennis, and we finally see Zor again. Up to 16th now, ahead of Jay, Oleroy, and Aiden. See how far up he can get. See Eggman all the way in the back here. So Ryland being consistent. The privateer, someone better pick him up. Pay the man. And we got baited KFC still battling here for P2. Zor down ahead of Aiden and Dennis. See if KFC makes the pass down the inside. He does. Baited leaves the room. Still gets to drive onto the start straight and he's going to hold on to that P2 for now. Misses the inside rut though. KFC's going to get alongside him. Side by side, kind of cases the second one. Doesn't get a good a drive as baited, but he's going to be able to land just that tiny bit better and get ahead of him into the corner on the double doubles. So KFC into that P2 spot. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know for sure, but Baited trying to make a move once again around the outside. KFC nudges him, takes the line away. Baited has to go double, and then double probably through the rest of this rhythm section here, unfortunately for him. And we see Cloud, Berger, Dylan, Buzz, Liposek. Most of the guys are in the top 9, except for Colt and Zor. As we're going to go and look back for him, there's Leonard, Dennis, Oleroy, Jay, and then we finally see Zor. He looks to be heading to the LCQ. If, you know, he can't kick it in gear and gain up these 10 seconds to get into that final chancy spot. So we're going to keep an eye on KFC, see if we can catch up to Ryland here. And then baited. This track is definitely start cross. So, going to wait and see here. Let's see if KFC can close in. Baited's still there. You know, he's keeping it close. Not... Oh, into the tough blocks he goes. That's going to mess him up for the run into the whoops. Looks like Ryland had a mistake of his own. Now KFC is going to have to get in. See if he can make the move here. Down the inside, kind of following him. He's got 2 laps to make a move to get a heat victory here. Gets the on-offs clean. Goes for the triple. Gets that nice and clean. Down the inside he goes. Gets the double doubles onto the start straight. On-off. Kind of case a little bit. Can he still get the triple? Barely does. Triple into the corner around the outside. Gets the triple in. Keeping it close. And then they're going to single into this corner here, which makes it kind of hard for these 250s to get that triple out of the corner. Ryland cases. KFC gets it. Drive through loops. He has a better one. Looks like KFC does along the left-hand side. Cuts him off. Into the lead goes KFC. See if he can hold it on, but I think he might have some cuts here as it is on to the last lap. Yes, he does. He has about 2 seconds of cuts. So Ryland just has to keep it close. I don't know if he knows that. Don't know if he has any HUD on to let him know that he's that close based off of cuts. Mistake for KFC. Ryland down the right-hand side. Both of them gets the rhythm equally. Inside for Ryland. Cases, though. KFC cuts him off. And now he has a shot. Gets the on-off. Goes for the triple. He gets it. Ryland kind of cases it. See those guys. I'm keeping an eye on timing and scoring for the P9 battle, which I think is just on the other end here. No, it is not. That is the battle for P5. Coming through the whoops. KC is going to cross the line first, but it looks like Ryland is going to get him off of cuts here. So as we go back, try and find that P9 battle. After Ryland got the win, then we see Dylan, Liposek, Berger, and then we got Buzz, Cloud, Colt, and then Zor, who has him, which this might be it for the final transfer spot. Don't know if he has cuts or not. Gets the triple case for Colt. See if Zor has enough speed. Leroy has them both off of cuts. Coming through the finish line. Crosses the line. Crashes. And that gives him P9 ahead of Colt. Does Leroy get him? He does not. So that crash almost cost him. But Zor barely makes it in off of P9 here. With a little bit of luck going his way to help him out there. So it's Ryland, KSC, Baited, Dylan, Liposek, Berger, Buzz, Cloud, and Zor, or Marco. That's what he's known as, going through the heat race. Leroy, Colt, Leonard, Jay, Dennis, Aiden, Frederick, Rux, and Eggman going to the LCQ. Colt probably not too happy with that, being in a good transfer position. Gates down. Figured I'd wait as long as I could. See who gets the whole shot. It's going to be Meeks kind of charging in there. Dorian Merritt shoving them all out there. It's going to be Robo down the inside, stealing it away from everyone with Dorian Merritt, P2. Miles sitting in P3 looking down the inside here to make a move. Robo jumping into the lead still with Miles in P3. Then we got JS7, P4. Dorian Merritt sitting P2. Miles is down. Case the triple out. JS7 has to roll double. Oh, and everyone gets into each other from that Taro jumping through the loops, looking like J-Coop out there with Yachty right behind him sitting in P number 3. So Robo leading early here on that Volcom .co machine with Taro P2, Yachty P3, and Pickle in P4 with Dorian Merritt making the move down the inside to get into P4 with KN right behind him. Down the inside he goes, moves Pickle out of the way, almost jumps on the back of Dorian Merritt. Gets the on-off cleanly. Doubling into the corner. Gets a double-double here. Then we're going to do the step-on. KN kind of misses it. Has to kind of cut up. Lost a tiny bit of time there. Not a whole lot. Not a big problem. Still sees Dorian Merritt right ahead of him for that fourth and final transfers position. Triple in, triple, and then they're going to triple, single into the corner here. And then around the outside... Go gets the triple. Yachty cases KN into that final transfer spot now with Taro making a mistake. KN over the bars. And off he goes. So it's going to be Uturga, or just Turga as hell I'll call him. And then Laurent in that P6 spot. So Dorian Merritt up to P2. Taro P3. Yachty 4. And then a whole bunch of riders with J7, Pickle, and KN all getting together there. About coming on to the start straight, so that's not what they want to see. So looks like Dark is going to get past Laurent, and then we have Miles finally moving forward after that early crash. Turga trying to catch up to Yachty, is making tons of mistakes on the start straight. Down he goes. Turga goes down with him. Dark is in to that final chance spot now. We'll see if he could hold on to everyone making mistakes behind him. Looks like Laurent went down. KN's going down. Yachty trying to get past everyone. Miles making moves on JS7. A whole gaggle of riders here trying to move forward, and there go. TK and Pickle get into each other through the rhythm, and then Miles and KN get together later on in the rhythm. Another guy down, which is Pickle. Finally see Fish come on and moving on through here. A bunch of carnage here early, and it's Turga trying to catch up to his teammate of Dark with Yachty right behind him, who has been in the main before. Wait and see what happens with these guys. See if either one of these two can catch up to him, or if they're going to unfortunately not have enough time to do it. So coming to the double-double section, kind of the slower part of the track. A little more simpler track, so it's hard to make up much time here today. It's really all about the starts. I mean, you even saw that in the heat race of the 250s of Marco. He had a start in the first try of it, made it cleanly, and was able to check out, and then the second one he had to charge through the pack, and it was a struggle for him. So See if these guys can catch up. These guys got to all get this triple cleanly. Turga gets it. Yachty gets it. So they're still moving forward. It's all on these two to try to catch him. Yachty a little sideways. Barely holds on. You see JS7 of that Element FXR team. He has been in multiple main events this year. Dorian Merritt still leading over Robo. And then Taro. And we see Dark here on that 115 Motorsports with his teammate right behind him of Turga. Then we got Yachty, JS7, and Miles slowly moving forward. All these guys, most of them have been in at least one main this year. So we're trying a bunch of riders trying to get into it for another one to add to their tally on this year. But not enough spaces for this many talented riders in the game. So we'll see what Yachty can do. He's closing in on Turga, but he's bringing J7 with him. So the team might go from at least having one rider, in it, as they got to catch up to... Oh, Yachty mistakes cases of triples. They got to catch up to Dark. J7 going to get by. He has time. Yes, sir. And down the right-hand side, a little bit of dualies action out of both of them. And then JS7 going to have the inside. Turga goes down. JS7 past him. So now he is one spot out with Yachty right behind him. He has 2 laps to make it happen here with 14 seconds left to go in this LCQ. So now we got a wait and see here. Looks like KN and Joku getting kind of stuck together before coming on the start straight. J7 cannot get the step off. It's going to cost him time, and Yachty's going to get by him. He has to go for the double here. And it's just going to give... It looks like Robo is actually falling down, so now he's in the final transfer spot. But Yachty now has a chance here to get into the main event. He's just got to catch up as there's a small case from Robo. Yachty clears it with Turga, and down goes Robo. So now this is a fight for the final transfer spot with Yachty, Turga, and Miles here. The 3 of these guys all closing in. Miles looked like he was out of it for a while, but now he's finally caught back up. And the leader of this small group that he's in is the final transfer spot. Turga looking down the inside. Cannot make it happen. Look at Miles. He's looking down the inside now. Moves Turga out of the way. And now he's right on the back tire of Yachty. Looking to make it into this main event here. Getting right behind him. Staying as close as he can. Looks like Turga has them both off of cuts here. See if Miles can catch up and even pull away here once he gets ahead of Yachty. If he can. Following him through the lines. Down the right-hand side. Gets the triple. Triples again. It kind of scrubs into him. Gets into him. Can he get the last triple? Cases a tiny bit. He's going to look down the inside. Tries to punt him. Misses it. And now Yachty cases Turga looking to get into it. Down the inside he goes. He just has to stay up. He has him on cuts. Down he goes. Gets into the back of him. And that might cost him because of cuts. So Yachty's going to cross the line. We'll see if Turga is close enough. He's not. He had him on cuts, and he tried to force the issue. Probably did not know he had him on cuts, and down he went. So it's Dorian Merritt, Taro, Dark, and Yachty are your 4 transferring into that 450 main event. Get you guys ready for this, as gate is about to drop. Revs are up. Ready for the first main event of the night. Hopefully we get through this one. Gate is down, so he gets a good jump from the middle. It's looking like Froxy's getting a decent one. Dylan on the inside. Froxy and Dylan side by side. Wow, that was quick. Oh, never mind. My internet decided to die, I guess. We're good. Alright, Burger is in the lead. It's a rare moment where it is actually my internet that did the problem there instead of the game. But Burger leading over K-Gel. And then J-Talon, low cortisol. So he gets a drive through loop. It's going to be Froxy into the lead here. With J-Talon down the inside, kind of forces him out of the way. Forces him wide. In the lead he goes. Gotcha. So Froxy to the lead here after J-Talon leads him over the finish line. So he's going to be holding on steady, try to fight off everyone behind him with J-Talon leading the way on him over K-Gel, Burger, low cortisol. Everyone getting into it. Brad, Leonard. And we'll see if anyone can keep it steady. They just got to be smooth and consistent on this racetrack. And it is yours for the win. We saw it in the heat races on Friday. We'll see if these guys can continue it through to the main events here. Froxy still with that early lead. We'll see how long he can hold on to it. But he's got pressure right behind him of J-Talon. We'll see just how close he can get there on that PWR canvas machine. All getting the triple before the whoops. Ooh, looks like KGL cased it. Look, cortisol off the track. Brad, Burger, struggling through the whoops. And Low Cortisol and Brad getting right on by him. And into P3 and 4, those two go. But back up front, it is still Froxy holding on steady here. Like I said, smooth and consistent is the name of the game here tonight. See just how long you could hold on to it. We're going to look back into the pack, see if we can find any more battles. Low Cortisol down out of P3, so Brad is going to move into that position. You got Casey and Dylan spotting here. Dr. Geo all the way in the back. Looks like Nicholas is going flipping back here. Finally see Zor, who was one of our early heat race winners, I believe, or he was up there before the first time the server crashed. And then he clawed his way all the way back up to P9. Dr. Geo squirrely down into Cloud. Over the bars it goes. In that first room, KJ having even more problems, getting passed by Baited now. Dylan lands on KC, down he goes, and takes Low Cortisol with him. So then we got Burger getting absolutely moved out of the way by KFC, taking no prisoners. Zor getting stuck in the back of someone and goes for a wild ride there. A little bit of Bozo Figs kind of screwing him over right there. Front flipping is Leo, going to get passed by a whole bunch of riders. We'll see if KFC can remount and get past Liquidizol. Burger, ooh, framing the finish line there. Not what he wants to see. So still out front is Froxy. See on the timing scoring with J Talent, still P2, but he's 7 seconds down now, and he's got this big group behind him of Baited, KJL, Dylan, and Brad all trying to fight him for that P2 position. So we'll see if he could just hold on steady, gets the triple in on the rhythm, gets the second one, and then he's going to triple single into the corner. Just like everyone else, he's going to go outside to get the triple into his corner. Looks like Brad gets into it with Baited for a little bit. Oh, Baited couldn't get the triple, and that's going to cost him big time. Dylan gets a drive through the whoops. J Talon is down, and around the outside goes Dylan. He's going to move his way into P3, but KJL fighting strong on the inside. Keeping good defense. Brad is now getting in the mixer, scrubbing to try to get past him. Down the inside he goes, takes the line. KJL, see if he can get a slingshot onto the start straight here. Cannot, so Brad is going to get by him. To the middle right he goes to get the step on easier. Gets the second one off and is going to get the triple, and now he's up into P3 with Dylan ahead of him, but Froxy 10 seconds into the lead. See just if he could hold on. Consistency is the name of the game, as we've seen in this 250 class with Ken's on the West Coast being just consistent. Not always the fastest in the mains, but he's gone undefeated so far with that consistency. We'll see if Froxy can do the same. He's holding on steady with 10 minutes remaining here in this 250 main event. So Cortisol gets past J Talon here, coming into the corner, misses the triple. J Talon cases, still gets a better drive. Cortisol having to jump through the whoops here. And here comes Ryland on the Privateer, who won a heat race. That heat number 2 that we watched on Friday. So we'll see what he could do here, trying to claw through the pack. Trying to follow these guys through there. The field starts to thin out. We see Zor finally moving forward. Another poor start, just like he had on his heat race, on the redo of it. Just kind of going forward, find anybody, but still Froxy out front here on that CBR machine. Going through the whoops here. One of the few riders on the Husqvarna over the KTM, and it's working out strong for him here. Just smooth and consistent, not trying to overdo anything, and that is helping him out massively, gain this 10-second lead over Dylan. And then Brad right behind him, so these two still fighting for P2 on the podium. But around the inside they go here. We'll see if Brad can finally close back in, find some momentum here. Back on the 250 after riding the 450 all off season. But Dylan right in front of him. With KJL, KFC, a whole gaggle of riders. Ryland, J Talon, Cortisol, Zor. All moving forward here. Getting the on-off. All these guys getting this triple. So J Talon leading this group. Or sorry, KJL leading the group. J Talon either pulled away or went down. No, he's farther back in the group. I thought he was the one leading. It looks like KC off the track once again. Another off track for him. He's going to throw back in. He's going to have a lot of cuts from all these off tracks that he's getting here in this race here. But Ryland moving forward. Actually kind of over jump that inside line, but still gets the drive side by side down the start straight. Makes KFC go to the second rut. Inside for Ryan. He's going to make the pass. Stick this time. Stay ahead of him coming into the double doubles. Case is a little bit into it, but he's going to have the inside line take it away from him. Misses the first double. Cases that one. KC's going to get back by him, and Ryland's going to fall back down into P8, it looks like, off of cuts. The Cortisol is up ahead of KFC, up into 5th. So on track, Ryland is in 6th, but down even lower because of all the cuts that he has, along with KFC. Keeping an eye on all these battles, making sure everyone gets all these lines perfect. Zor is actually up to 7th off of cuts from the guys ahead of him. This is a 250. I'd be sure to have all the names of the races in the top right of the screen. Zor trying to move forward. Yeah, you're all good. I'm blind too. But Dylan now has Brad right back on him. Dylan can't get the step off. Brad gets it. Gets the triple. And now Dylan is in the worst line, having to go double, double, double. Loses so much time to Brad. And that's going to give him the second place right now. Froxy, 9 seconds. So they're closing just a tiny bit. I don't know if they're closing by enough to catch up to him. As Brad makes a mistake, can't get the triple before the whoops. It's going to cost his drive into there, especially on these 250s. With Dylan getting it cleanly and back into P2. He goes here. Fight for the second place podium. And a little mini dualies from him. No real big scrubs. Down the inside they go. Dylan kind of messes it up. And Brad's going to be right back on him. See what the number 4 can do. Your last year outdoor champion. See if he could hang on strong here to catch up and pass Dylan. Or as Dylan makes a mistake and then maybe have a chance to go after Froxy if he has enough pace. So Dylan, tiny mistakes there, but then he's able to pull back ahead and give himself a little bit of breathing room on Brad. Now we gotta wait and see what Brad can do here. If he's gonna remount a charge, close back in. This track is kind of on the simpler side. You only got the 2 rhythms to worry about, and they got to worry about the swoop section. Not getting the triple is costly. Brad makes the same move that Dylan did a lap ago, all because of that one triple. That is the main problem for these 250s, is just getting that triple before the whoops. Everything else seems kind of easy going for the rest of them. So now Brad has a bit of a gap over Dylan now, so we're going to go back, look for some more battles. We got KFC sitting in 4th, Ryland 5th. KFC looks like he had some problems. Cortisol in 6th. Then we got KGel in 7th. 8th for Zor. It's going to be 9th for Nicholas. 10th for Dr. Geo. And then it is a big gap back to actually it's Jay Talon. And 11th looks like Lipsec had some problems. Whew. We got 10 minutes in. And then the server is still messing up. Thank God. Either they're trying it or the servers are just bad today. But keep an eye on Ryland. Like I said, he did win a heat race. So, you know, he has that to his name. He just got to get a better start to give himself a better chance at getting into this, you know, title fight. But a solid P5 at round 1 is nothing to, you know, knock off his plate there. He's still a good result. Got 9 rounds after this one to catch back up. And we'll see just what he can do here. After this, looks like Buzz the Lapper is going to get by him. So now he has to close in just a tiny bit. He has KFC up ahead of him. KFC does have some cuts. I think Ryland has a little bit more, though. So that is going to cost him. But KFC is struggling up ahead of him. Barely doesn't case there. He is going to get through. Looks like either Froxy might either have some problems with lappers, or Brad is just that much faster than him, able to close in. So we'll keep an eye on that live timing as we're watching Ryland here, see if he can move forward and catch up to KFC. Going into the whoops, cases it. That's going to cost him big time. And it looks like KFC's going to get past Dylan into P3 up ahead, as Dylan might have had another problem with that triple in, with KFC getting the better drive into the whoops. So now we have a fight for the final transfer position between KFC and Dylan here. Around the inside they go. Get the on, off here. They're going to get the triple, double. We'll see if Dylan can remount here and catch back up to him and make a pass. But it's going to be difficult. Like I said, with this track, he's going to hope that KFC makes a mistake on that triple in. That is one easy pass for him to make. If you can get it down the inside, he goes. Middle rut slides out, cannot get the drive, and he's going to have to double the rest of this rhythm section. And that's going to cost him a bunch of time. The only way he can catch back up now is if KFC makes that mistake of tripling, gets it clean. And Low Cortisol actually got past Ryland, probably from the whoops, as they both get that one clean. So, still keep an eye on that live time. You can see Brad is closing in on Froxy. So here's Froxy right there, and then we go back and now there is Brad. So they are closing in slowly but surely on him, and we'll see. He might not have enough time to make it happen, but it'll still be a solid P2 if you could just hold on for the next 2 minutes. But Froxy is in a bunch of traffic as he cases the triple in, has to double the rest of the rhythm section. Going to cost him a bunch of time. Some lappers are going to get by him. Cases again on the out. So Brad is slowly closing in. Lappers are not helping. Is he getting in the way? Take down Froxy, and Brad is now right on him. Does he get to drive through the whoops? He does, but there's a lapper right in front of him now. Has to kind of maneuver out the way, and Brad is in the lead, all because of some lappers not getting out of the way as they are in their own little battles there. And now Brad is going to lead them into the lappers, which might give Froxy the advantage that Brad had of having the leader deal with lappers first. I got to wait and see how he could do here. He's got all those lappers up ahead of him, and we'll see if Froxy can catch back up. He does look faster. He has caught back up to Brad almost instantly after being a couple seconds down. So we'll see what Froxy do with 2 minutes left to go here. Gets the on-off. There's a lapper down in the rhythm section. We'll see if he can get out the way. He does. Jumps off the track. Thank you, Corley. Watch out for Froxy. Barely avoids him. And then gets the triple cases for Froxy. That's going to cost him even more. We'll see what Brad can do here. Around the corner. Does he get the triple? Gets it cleanly. What about Froxy? He does. He's a lot closer than I thought he would be. Through the whoops they go. Brad a little bit worse in there. They got a minute 25 plus a lap. So it's looking about 3 laps to go here for these guys. With Froxy inching just a little bit closer. He has Brad off of cuts now. So Brad has a second of cuts, so he's got to pull a second lead over Froxy. I don't know if Froxy is aware of that, but he just has to stay close to get the win here. And with lappers closing in, it is going to be a tough fight for him. With Brad getting into the lappers first now, with Froxy having the advantage of coming through in P2. So now Brad has pulled out that second. We'll see how he deals with the lappers. Does he get the triple in? He cases. Froxy gets it. Gets the second one. Brad doubling through the rhythm here. Gets the triple out, though. And Froxy messes up and has to double out. Do they both get this triple? They do. Through the whoops they go. A bunch of lappers ahead of him. Berger in the way. Brad kind of had to check up a little bit there. Lost a tiny bit of time. And now Brad leading the way. He's got 2 laps to go here. He's just over a second ahead of Froxy on timing and scoring, trying to get through these lappers. There's 3 of them. They're all fighting for position. This is up to P, looks like 15. And it looks like it leads all the way up to P12. So Froxy has a chance here. He's on the right-hand side, gets a drive, checks up, does not force the issue here. He's got 2 laps here. He can be patient and wait it out, especially with this group of about 5 lappers ahead of him. Looks like more about 3 or 4. So Froxy right on the rear tire here. Around the outside he goes to get the triple in. Lapper down. Brad cases. Froxy gets the triple. Ooh, Lapper got into the back of Brad. Luckily Brad had no collisions because of it. So Froxy is into the lead now. Goes for the triple. Lapper in the middle. He's going to cut to the far right side to try to avoid Liposek. Gets it done. Kind of moves him out of the way. And now he has a gap over Brad here. With flat last lap here. Brad had it all the way to the end. Cased the triple in. And now had to go a little wide because of Liposek. We'll see if he could close in. But with that extra second of cuts, I find it hard to happen unless Froxy cases the triple into the whoops. Might have just had some commentator curse by saying that. We'll see if it actually happens or not. He's got 1 set of lappers up ahead of Froxy. He cases there. Ooh, barely saves it. That could have been bad for him. Now he just has to hold on this next half lap with Brad right behind him. Closing in, gets the triple. Do either of them case it? Froxy gets it clean. Lapper in the way. They're going to be fine. They both get the triples. And they're going to single into this corner. We'll see if they could either both or one of them gets it. Froxy, tiny mistake getting into it. Cases. Brad gets the lead. Drive through the whoops. Froxy just has to stay close. And Brad into the lead. We'll see if he could get it off of cuts if Froxy got any. over the line. Brad's going to cross the line first, but Froxy's going to get him off of cuts, and Froxy is your main event winner for round 1 of East Coast, and is going to take the points lead into round number 2 of East next week at, I believe, Daytona, if I'm not mistaken. Could be completely wrong on that, but a close fight to the end there with Froxy taking the win over Brad. KFC's going to come across third. We got Dylan fourth, Low Cortisol fifth, Ryland sixth, KJL seventh, Nicholas eighth, Dr. Geo ninth, Zor 10th, J-Town 11th, Beta 12th, Oleroy 13th, 14th, Lipasek, Burger in 15th. We got Turbo, Leo, Cloud, Corley, Buzz, and Leonard. That is your finishing order of round 1 of the East Coast Championship. So Froxy will be your points leader heading in to round number 2 of East. Alrighty, boys, 450 main event time. See if Steiner can get it done on the Zook. On the banana. Gate is down. See if he gets a good drive here. Need to up my speed on the camera angle. It looks like Reed getting the whole shot. Oh my god. Got sent flying. Davey gets the whole shot from the inside. Boy, then we got Steiner on the Suzuki. Trying to get done down the inside. He goes. See what Davey can do here with the early race lead. He's got his teammate Boy right behind him. And then Cam, we finally see moving through the pack. Come on, Alex. Where's the skin? Send me some. Getting the triple in. We'll see if he gets a drive down the right side. Gets past Boy. Gets a little squirrely. Does not actually get him at the end of it. And then Neon finally showing up here in P4. And then we got Aiden, Steiner. Do not see Jake, who is battling with Cam for the points. Reed is, but he also went down in that first turn. So we got to wait and see where these guys pop up towards the end of this thing. But it's still Davey leading over his teammate Boy. Cam P3, Neon P4 doing the step over quad line into P2. He goes, gets a twofer in that one rhythm lane ahead of Boy and Cam. And so now he's setting his sights on Davey, hitting the quali line in the race. And Cam absolutely moving Boy out of the way. Oh, sends him off the track with a little bit of scrub. Now Aiden is moving forward right behind him. So we'll see what these guys can do now that they got a little bit of clear track. They got Davey ahead of him, and then Cam has Neon right there. They're able to easier get that triple out of the corner through the loops they go. Oh my god, someone was off the track there, and Cam looking down the inside, and Neon here scrubs to the right hand side of him side by side. Oh, Neon kind of scrubs him off the track. A little bit of karma from Cam, you know, kind of sending Boy off the track with his little neat scrub. And then we'll see as we got Aiden and Boy now right behind them. Cam now going for the quad with Neon not going for it, and he's going to jump right past him to catch up to Davey now. Alright, and then he sends a little Superman saying that if you could do it, I can do it too. And they both send it knowing they're on stream. In the Superman, but now they're getting a drive. Cam keeping it close to Davey. Like I said, this track is be consistent and you have a shot. Cam in the middle, right down the right side. He goes, wheeling through the loops. That's a little bit of skills technique there. And getting it done. Into the lead goes Cam, your points leader, trying to extend his points lead after tonight. Getting in the lead, we'll see how much he can pull away with Neon right behind him. And we got Aiden, Boy, and Reed. We finally see again after getting taken down in that first corner, getting sent to the moon, basically, after almost having the whole shot. And we see Callum. And then we finally see Jake, your P2 in points with Steiner. We see Dizzle up here, TJ. And then we got Dorian Merritt. And then we finally see Linz, who unfortunately got kind of screwed last week with the race having to be called early due to the server going down. So getting resulted as a P19 in his scorebook is not what he wants. So he's trying to remount here. Trying to cash back up. This track is very hard to pass on. Like I said, kind of one of the more simple tracks. Especially with not having the kind of luck of being able to make that triple every time, because these guys have enough power to do it compared to the 250 class. But we'll see if Neon can make a pass on Davey, as Neon was P2 at round 1, and then he's kind of shit the bed the past 4 rounds we've raced. So we'll see if he could regain his championship. Going for the step over here. Does he get the quad? Cases. Has to go triple single into the corner. Looks like Cam might have had a small mistake. Neon can't double. And now a whole bunch of riders, the 2 Element FXR boys, and Reed, getting squirrely down. He, almost go. Oh, there he goes. Probably wish he just went down. Oh, and here comes Dizzle. He's going to get past Reed here. We got to watch this battle. Dizzle and Reed always been feuding. See what you got to do. Keep an eye on everyone up ahead of Steiner. Still going inside to go with the double. Triple route. Reed trying to get into Dizzle. Dizzle a third-person player, so easily saw that. And we'll see just how much farther they can move forward. As it looks like someone's down at the end of the whoops, trying to see who that is. That was Neon, and it took Callum with them. Steiner goes down on his own as well. So Neon dropping down behind Jake into P5. Davey still keeping it close to Cam, but now they got a big gap back to Boy and Jake with Neon and a Element FXR sandwich. He's got two ahead of him, one behind him of Aiden, with Jake and Boy up in front of him. Gets the quad down the inside of Jake, moves him out of the way, but goes down on his own. And Aiden gets into him, trying to go around him. Cannot get it done. And Neon's going to hold on as Aiden has to go to the outside and has to check up. Single cases the triple across the start, and Reed's going to get by along with Callum. Looks like Dizzle had some more mistakes of his own. So let's go check on Cam, as now he's starting to form a gap as Davey over the bars and the whoops. Bikes goes flying. Unfortunate for him. Oh, and his teammate a Boy does the same exact thing. Almost takes another teammate a Jake down. And then everyone's getting by. You finally see Reed as Boy getting going from off the track right ahead of Reed. Callum makes a small mistake. Oh! And Reed goes right into him on the finish line there, and everyone's going to get by. Steiner might get by him. Dizzle does not. Steiner down the inside moves Reed out of the way, gets by him, and here comes Dizzle. So bad to worst from Reed as Boy. Everyone making mistakes here, a lot more than the 250 class, it seems like. As TJ struggling to get through the rhythm section here with Steiner, Reed quadding by him. Oh, and Dorian Merritt is off the side of the track here. Everyone, it's just carnage back here in the midfield. And Linz is now caught up to the pack of, it looks like, about 8 riders up ahead of him. So Dorian Merritt is one that Linz has got by. We'll see how many more he could get by. Looks like Reed is jumping to the front of the group. Everyone battling side by side. That's another one of Vendrami that Linz is going to get by. Checks up. Vendrami down the inside. Almost sends Linz flying. Linz smartly checks up on it. Steiner off the side of the track. We'll see if anyone else can move forward here. Oh, Dizzle almost over the bars at the end of it. Vendrami slightly getting loose here. A big group of riders that Linz has to work through to move forward to try to salvage some championship hopes. Tries to go down the inside. Vendrami gets kicked sideways, maybe because of the lag. And Reed still leading this group with TJ and Callum right behind him. And Steiner is going to get the quad to try to give himself a little bit of breathing room here with Callum in the P2 spot of this group. Oh, and then makes mistakes. So TJ's going to get by him. Steiner makes a mistake. Aiden might get by him. Vendrami. Ooh, Aiden and Vendrami get by him. Dizzle's going to jump over his head. So Steiner, more mistakes on the Suzuki. And then Linz and it looks like Chase are going to get by him now. So in all that carnage we were watching of that big group, Jake has somehow found his way up to P2 in this race. But he is now 14 seconds down off of Cam, your leader. With Davey and Neon battling for P3 here. We'll see what Neon can do here. He's going to go to that middle rut. Go for the step over. Does he get the quad? He does. Quads into the corner. He's going to get the inside on him and take the spot away. He's going to single, though. Make Davey check up. Give himself even more, a little bit of breathing room. Don't know if it was intentional, but it definitely helped him out there. So now Neon in P3. He sees Jake up ahead of him. Still have a bunch of Element FXR riders all around Neon that he has to worry about. A lot of those guys do end up racing clean, though, so he won't have to worry too much about them sending it in from Narnia on him. So now he has to get a good drive, try to close in. As Neon trying to, close in on Reed in the title fight. Oh, what a scrub. A little too much of a scrub. And down he goes. Has to roll the finish line, and now both the Element FXR boys are going to get through. And then we'll see if Reed can catch up and get by him. He's not close enough, though. So it is just going to be Boy and Davey that get by him. So it is Cam of Moto Academy, and then 3 Element FXR boys of Jake, Davey, and Boy, with Neon of VDR, and then Reed of Black Rifle. Callum of Moto Academy with his teammate of TJ, and then Adam on Element FXR, and then Benjami of Ashika inside that top 10. So a lot of Moto Academy and Element FXR boys inside this top 10. See what Aiden can do here. Yep. Just server making a mistake. Who knows? Maybe Barbosa did something to where that's the worst that can happen. I doubt it, but have to wait and see. As Cam still leading 11 seconds over Jake, 17 over Davey, and Neon with Boy in the mix there. So Neon's still trying to make a pass for P3. Gets a step over, kind of clean, cases the quad, has to go triple single. But he's going to go around the outside. Davey kind of cuts over on him. But, oh, and Neon makes a mistake of jumping too far wide. He has to scrub and go double-double. He does cut over on Boy, and then gets landed on by Boy, and down they both go. And here comes Reed to make the pass on Neon into that P4 spot. Like TJ, we finally see him slowly moving forward here. So see what Reed can do if he can catch up to Boy. Through the loops to go. Neon gets a better drive. Down the inside he goes. Kind of forces him wide. Sticking it to him. Side by side over the finish line. A little dualies action from both of them. And down the inside, Neon goes and takes the spot away from Reed. And now Reed in a predicament. He's got a rider directly in front of him and also directly behind him. So he's got to be careful in what he does. TJ down the inside. Gets the on, off. Oh, they both case it so they can't get the quad into the corner. Makes it about even. TJ runs into the back of him. Luckily, it does not get tangled with that front end as Reed is an NA player. Bounces off to the side of the track. Mistake from Reed. It's going to cost him and TJ as TJ trying to remount as best he can. And Callum is going to jump by both of them. Maybe he's going to get the triple in here. TJ having to go double. Case in for Reed. And TJ, I think, might hold on of his teammate. He is. So TJ is going to hold on after all that chaos with the Reed now behind him. I don't know for sure, to be honest with you. I feel like it's more servers bugging. Because I feel like they know exactly how to end it, but who knows for sure. Luckily they have not ended, and we're still racing here with Callum leading ahead of TJ and Reed here in that P6 spot. TJ does have some cuts, probably from this little excursion with Reed, and Reed's going to jump on by him after that mistake of not being able to step off cleanly. Down the inside he goes with Aiden right behind him, and we see Chase. We're going to look back at some more riders. We've got Steiner in P11. It is a Trojan and Dizzle battle for 12th. Everyone chaos with Taro, Dorian Merritt, and Vendrami, and Linz is going to get by him. Going to triple into the back of Taro, and down goes Linz. And here comes Yachty through the pack here. So Chase is up in God, where's Chase? P10. So Aiden is 9. Callum 8. 7th on track is TJ, but he's down to 9th off of cuts. Reed is 6th. Neon 5th. And then it's Boyd, Davey, and Jake in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th for that Element FXR team. And Cam still 13 seconds in the lead. So we'll see if TJ can make a move on Reed here. Cuts down. Reed kind of cross jumping here. TJ gets cross jump even more by Reed. And he's going to take him. Oh, he tried to take him out. But it costs so many problems for Reed, as now he's going to have a slow entry in the whoops as well. So gave TJ a little bit of space, as obviously Reed was riding a bit sketchy there. And now we'll see what Aiden can do here, as now he has some clear room with Reed right behind him. So keep an eye on everyone. This is really the only battles on track between TJ, Callum, Neon just a little bit up the road. So see what TJ can do here. He's got his teammate up ahead of him and Aiden right behind him. Everyone else starting to spread out in this 450 main event. Inside for TJ to go double, triple, triple, double. With Callum going for the triple single out. And, oh, even more of a case sideways. He goes. And now he's going to be back behind Reed for TJ. So see Reed trying to get a drive. Gets a little bit of a better one than Aiden. Aiden had to end up jumping towards the end of that whoop section. And we'll see what Reed can do here. Right on the back of Aiden. Going for the middle rut to get the step over. Aiden steps on. Doesn't make it cleanly. Goes off track. Even more squirrely. And loses some time to Aiden, but not enough to TJ. So now it is. Looks like Callum made a mistake, so Aiden is going to get by him. We'll see if Reed wants to jump by. Ooh, Callum runs into the little. Tough luck there. Alright, Z-Bex. Don't know how you ended up all the way over there, but you did. So now Reed is ahead of Callum here. See just what he can do. Oh, getting a little sketchy in the whoops there. And Callum's going to get back by him. With 5 minutes to go in this main event. Down the inside goes Reed. Takes the line away. Callum tries to square up, but not enough retail there for him to take it. He's going to have the inside. Reed's going to have the outside. I think he might have cased a little too much. No, he got it cleanly. Gets the quad in the corner. Now he's right on the back of Aiden from that one line. Oh, he has to go outside. Can he square up enough to get the... Oh, cases it. Don't know if he has enough try. He's going to double. Going to go for the triple single as Callum's going to triple on by him. And TJ looking down the inside here. Came out of nowhere on these guys. As now Callum kind of squeezing Reed off to the left-hand side of the track. TJ absolutely moves him out of the way. Gets the triple. And he's going to pass right on by these guys through the whoops, with Chase also getting a drive pass. Both of them gets a 2-for-1 in that whoop section. So 4 minutes remaining here in this 450 main event. And then here is Aiden and TJ battling. TJ looking to square him up. Tries to, gets the on, off here. Gets the triple. He's on the inside. Does Aiden notice him? Left him just enough room for TJ to take it. Kind of forces him out of the way. Neither of them go down, though, so nice clean racing. Reed, even more chaos. Come on, man, get it together. Supposed to be a podium guy, aren't you? Come on. Neon might pass you in points after this one. So TJ keeping it steady. Gets the triple out of the rhythm section to get past all these guys or stay ahead of him at least. So he's up to P8, P7 on track, I think, because Callum just went down. So TJ looks to have P7 right now. Maybe, unless I'm just absolutely blind. Nope. Correct. And Neon just up the road ahead of him. Looks like Aiden is somewhere that we lost. Oh, he might have all these guys off of cuts, it looks like. So TJ is actually 6th on track, but 7th because of Aiden's not having as many cuts as him. Oh, gets into the tough blocks on the step off for TJ, and down he goes. He's going to lose the position to Chase and Aiden, and here comes Reed and Callum just behind him. You see Davey and Boy, R2, Neon. Let's see, Chase gonna keep an eye on this teammate battle of Davey and Boy for the final podium position here. With 2 minutes to go, Davey tries cutting over on him. Boy barely avoids it, and he's going to take in that P3 spot. See if Davey can get on by him here. It's the on, off cleanly. Goes for the triple. Gets that. He's going to double into this corner here. Going to go double off the track, double back onto the track. Cut back over to the right-hand side. Get the step off. Lose some time. He's going to still be in P4 here. His teammate just in front of him. Just get the triple in still. He does. Goes triple again. And then triple. And he's going to single into the corner like they have been doing all night. And now he's a second back. So I think Boy might have an extra second at cuts, if I'm not mistaken. Or that actually is just a whole second of time. I could be completely wrong. Nope, that is just a whole second of time. So Davey has to close in a little bit, but now he's got to worry about Neon right behind him. Neon trying to boost himself in points with Reed down in P10. I think Neon is one of the ones directly behind him. Maybe not, because I think he might have missed last week. I'm not too sure. But now Neon trying to look to get a P4 on the night, with Davey making some mistakes up ahead of him after being in P3 almost most of this race. And getting that whole shot and leading early. So Neon finally going inside to go double. Double, does he go triple? He does, and then triple into the corner. Another alternate line that he's starting to switch to, and it's kind of helping him be more consistent and having to work through all those ruts to get the triple in. So 55 seconds to go. Cam has a 20-second lead over Jake. Let's see what Neon can do. If he can catch up or not. So into the second rut he goes. He's got, I think, about 2 laps. Gets a step over. Goes for the quad once again. Cases it. Has to settle for the triple single. Cases the triple. It's going to cost him some time, but luckily Davey made a mistake of his own. So it's going to keep it close for him. It's Trojan. Laps it win. There's Cam crossing line. So 2 laps to go for these guys. Neon has 2 laps to make something happen here. Double. Doubles again. To go for the triple. Going to case that. And cannot get the double even cleanly. So Davey going to have even more breathing room here to try and make something happen. Now time has expired. And then there we see Trojan with Cam coming up to lap him as he just lapped Steiner. Just going to go double, triple. So he's going for the double, triple line. Might have just been because of the lapper here. Going to get the triple before the whoops. Get him cleanly, and here he comes. He's 1 lap away to getting another win of the season here. Him and Jake, I think, are the only 2. And Jake only has 1 win on the season. All the others, I think, have been awarded to Cam here. So just like his 250 West teammate, he is almost undefeated on the year. Actually, I think TJ might have gotten 1 on him as well in that Triple Crown that we had to scratch. So through 7 rounds, we've raced 6 of them. Cam is looking to get his 4th win of the year. Down the inside he goes. Gonna go for the smooth line of going double, triple, triple, and then he's gonna double into the corner. He's got Shorten up ahead of him. I don't know if he's really looking to lap him. He's got 1 more run through the whoops here. Gets the triple in cleanly. Through the whoops he goes. A clean drive coming around the last corner. And that making it his 4th win of the season. It's going to be Cam and extending his points lead over Jake. It looks like Jake is going to get a P2 spot. We see Lynn's back here. Looks like he's going to get P13. And there's Dizzle. And then Dorian Merritt. And then we finally see Jake here. Always a consistent rider this year. Down he goes because of the ruts. But he's going to still get up and finish it smoothly in a P2 spot. Still a consistent ride, a great ride. If Cam wasn't here, he would be leading the points by a mile. But unfortunately to him, Cam is here. So he's going to have to work just that little bit harder to try to catch back up to Cam in this points for the 450 SX Championship. Neon crossed the line in 5th with Boy and Davey getting 3rd and 4th. Looks like Reed caught all the way back up to 6th. Callum is going to get 7th. Cuts push him down to 8th with Aiden getting 7th. 9th for Chase. 10th for Trojan. 11th for TJ, your defending champ. It's going to be 12th Lynn's, 13th Steiner, 14th Dizzle, 15th Dorian Merritt, and 16th Vendrami. So that puts it up to 23-point lead for Cam. Reed was 33 down, so let's see, that is 5, 7, 8, 9. So he's going to be 42 points back. I think he might still be a P3. And if he is, 42 points back for P3. So that is going to be your top 3 in points. Thankfully, this ran smoothly. I guess whoever's doing this has something to do on Sundays, I guess. So, yeah, that is going to call it. We got the mains done. I will be posting the VOD, kind of combining both of them probably later on today. For me, it'll probably be tomorrow for some of you guys. So, yeah. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Probably more gentlemen, not enough ladies. But thank you guys for showing out. Thank you guys for coming up. Thankfully, we got the races done. Froxy's your new points leader for East heading into round 2 of Daytona next week. Cam's still your points leader for round number 8, I believe. So, yeah. That is it. Thank you guys for showing up. See you guys next Friday. Hopefully we could get this done. And until then, good luck to you guys on NA. Go watch Special Media because he will be streaming that for you guys. Peace.